Hi and welcome back to the channel. Now, one thing that you'll know as an author is that it can be quite a lonely journey. So I'm always interested in interviewing other authors, and I've had the privilege to do that with a chap called Aaron Ryan. Now, I have interviewed him before, and that video is on this channel in its entirety. Here is a snippet of the interview, and if you want to watch the full video, then please go to Sci-Fi Fans, which is my other YouTube channel, link in the description below, and tell me what you think. Thanks.
There he is.
Hi, Aaron.
Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm all right. Oh, this time difference things does my head in.
No, it's fine. I just hate. Oh, I love it. You got a Grimlock back there and an Optimus Prime? Very cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Grimlock, the TIE Fighter.
yeah, a few bits.
That's so cool. I'm gonna unhinge this for a second, and hopefully you can
Okay.
see this correctly. So
Oh wow.
over there, you see this big display. There's a big giant Skyfire back there.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
Megatron and a Soundwave and an Optimus and Terminator and
There's Xenomorph.
yeah, bunch of stuff. And there's a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings craft. That's the inspiration shelf. So, and actually, if I go like this,
that's very inspirational.
there's the M41A pulse rifle, and right now
Yeah.
I'm working on an M56 smart gun belonging to Vasquez
Oh,
from
wow.
Aliens.
Oh, brilliant! So you made the pulse rifle?
No, I actually bought it, but I needed to put I needed to paint the adios on it, and the grip, the trigger on the back is similar to a motorcycle brake,
Right.
and that's the trigger that she depresses, but there's no spring attaching it, so it just hangs limply. And
Right.
so I'm trying to attach it to a forward mount so that with a spring, so I can actually get some squeezing there and not have it feel like a toy. Cool. Well, my name's Aaron Ryan, and it's good to be back here. I was here at some point early in 2024 and was working on a series called Dissonance that I think at the time I really intended to be a trilogy, and that was it. But it since grew. It totally evolved and demanded more storytelling. It's now a hexalogy. So Dissonance is a 6-book series that I then actually had all encompassed into a single volume as well. So this book, this novel is the thing that is like going to be probably referred to as my hallmark, crowning achievement, my pride and joy. Dissonance is 6 novels. I created in a single all-in-one paperback and hardcover that has all 6 in here. And then I finished that in November of 2024 with volume 4, which is actually the 6th installment. Crazy numbering thing. And then I set to work on Forecast, a 9/11 historical fiction novel. But my next series was and is a Christian dystopian saga called The End. A madman literally thinks he's the Antichrist of Revelation in the year 2113. He has Christians secretly branded on the backs of their necks under the guise of a census, and he's hunting them down. So it's almost like a second Holocaust.
Right.
But that's The End, and that's my next baby that just turned out so good, and published and wrote a few. The Slide is a disaster fiction novel. Forecast is a 9/11 historical fiction thriller. The Phoenix Experiment, which I just released this past Saturday, is a paranormal, dark fantasy, young adult fiction novel. It actually just hit bestseller in teen and young adult apocalyptic and post-apocalyptic ebooks yesterday. Number 1.
Nice.
And now I'm working on a brand new series called the Talisman series. So keeping busy.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, yeah, it's just blown my mind, Aaron. I thought we'd be talking about a trilogy complete. You've doubled that. You've done something else. Where'd you get the time?
Well, back behind me, you'll see a voiceover booth that is not in use, and it actually is not in use at the moment. But I actually, voiceovers are a really, they're kind of on shaky ground. It's a wonderful career, and it has been a wonderful career, but it's really been on shaky ground by virtue of AI, number one, lowballing clients, underbidding colleagues, the SAG-AFTRA strike, the economy. has really dropped the pay scale for jobs and the quality of jobs that are out there. So quantity and quality are being impacted.
Yeah.
And I've seen longstanding relationships with great clients I've worked with forever that either they've been replaced by AI or they are now using an AI voice instead
Yeah.
of me. And so it's hurt. It's really like we've seen our income erode. We've seen our busyness, erode. Thank God for United Healthcare. It's been a godsend that's provided a lot of repeat work.
Yeah.
But due to the fact that work has been lessened, that puts me right back at the desk typing and creating and marketing and doing a lot of stories. So plus I type really fast and that helps.
Have you tried, as a technique, dictating the story first? So
I've tried it. Windows, this is a Windows machine, and Windows, I can't remember the software that actually does it. It's not exactly stellar.
yeah.
It does work, but there's so many errors. And I find that I'm having to go back and edit those and redo them. I just prefer to type it, and then I'm going to correct an error in real time, and then go from there.
If someone was to approach and find your books, where would they find your books to have a read? Are you on Amazon and the usuals?
Yeah, the usual. So basically, authoraaronryan.com. I think I was misunderstood so many times when I originally said that, and people heard awful Aaron Ryan. So I actually went ahead and just bought awful Aaron Ryan on a lark, and it forwards to author Aaron Ryan. So you go to awful or author Aaron Ryan, you're going to land on my site. And then I've got some other sites. The Talisman one isn't up yet. It's reserved, but I don't have anything there. But alienssaga.com or getthesebooks.com or dissonancethesseries.com is my Dissonance saga. And then thisisnottheend.com is my Christian dystopian series site as well.
Right.
All of those, can be linked to from the author or awful Aaron Ryan .com site though.
I think that's one thing that you develop as a creator is a decent sense of humor. I think you need it, don't you, to get yourself through the doubt and the amount of people that will give you negativity and try to turn it into a positive. And I like what you've done with the awful right.
It was fun. It was like almost inevitable. Wasn't awfulaaronryan.com. I have to so enunciate when people say, where can people find you? Authoraaronryan.com, not awful Aaron Ryan. But to seriously address that, I think one of the things I found to be most depressing as an author is the inordinate amount of spam you get from crappy, shady marketers that are all experts. All of them are experts. And, I get about anywhere between 15 and 30 emails a day from these scammers. You block their email address, they come up with another one. And if it's not a marketer, it's a web designer. If it's not a web designer, it's a video trailer maker.
Yeah.
They all claim to be experts, but man, they're relentless, and it's so nauseating. I love / hate really the emails that say, "Dear author, I loved your book," generic, no title listed.
Yeah.
Even better is the ones where they say, "Dear Mary Jo, I loved your book, The Flower Butterfly." And I'm like, man, you can't even get my name or my book right. It's so pathetic and despicable. So reaching out.
Yeah. So what inspires you? I noticed when we spoke last time, it was Lord of the Rings was is the pinnacle book for you. And I think Aliens is the pinnacle sci-fi. So has anything else inspired you since?
Well, you can turn around and you can look at Optimus Prime or Grimlock right behind you, and those are tremendously inspiring to me. I showed you my inspiration board over here. I'm big time inspired by Lord of the Rings, Aliens, Transformers. I think though, we're watching the Super Bowl commercial, or the Super Bowl rather, this last February, and the commercial came on for A Quiet Place, the trailer for A Quiet Place Day One. I'm pretty sure that was this year, and instantly I thought, oh my gosh, someone's stolen my book and made it into a movie. So, obviously alien invasion, you're going to draw some natural parallels, but I am really inspired by the movies and how they did those and how the creatures are so terrifying, and how you're just hamstrung. You have to be absolutely quiet. That's inspired me kind of in a reverse engineering because I already wrote the books. Um, I get inspired by so many things. I get inspired by each new idea for a book. I get inspired when I walk into my shop and I see these all stacked up. There's several copies of them, and they're for retail, and they do go off the shelves. They don't just sit there. But it's so nice to know that this is what I get to do.
Yeah.
And whether or not voiceovers continues or doesn't, I love being a dual storyteller because I can tell their stories and bring them to life with this voice.
Yeah.
Or I can tell my own, which are far more, satisfying. One is exceptionally lucrative, or at least was. That's voiceovers. One is not nearly, but is starting to really pad that bottom line.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful to just walk into my shop. I get inspired every day. I walk into my shop and look at everything that God's allowed me to create and partake of and go, this is mine. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
so privileged.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So how do you handle the promotion and the publicity? I mean, obviously it's great to have you here. So what other things do you do to promote your book? How do you find your audience?
Yeah, it's such a great question. I do a ton. You have to be a creative marketer as a creative. And one of the best bits of advice that I think I stumbled upon after our interview was, and I wish I could remember her name because it is an author, and I think she's an influencer as well. She said, if you want to get better at marketing, stop marketing. Instead, be an enthusiast. And I just went, oh, I had to wrap my head around it for a minute, but she's absolutely right. Marketing, people love to buy and they hate to be sold. Marketing is, you're twisting their arm and like, you should buy this, it's so great. Rather than, as opposed to an enthusiast is someone who's just like, look at this. This is such a great story, and I was so glad I was given this. I love the characters in here. I love the storyline. I love this, and I'm so grateful for both of these. And without a mention of you should buy them, people hitch their wagon to my enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And they're not being strong-armed into a sale. They just can appreciate how enthusiastic I am about this, and perhaps they can be, equally or enthused about it as well. So enthusiasm really carries. It's contagious.
Thank you for watching that snippet on the interview with Aaron Ryan. If you want to check out the full video, then go to Sci-Fi Fans, link is in the description box below. If you are writing and you're on your own journey, do remember you're not alone. It might seem that you are because the writing process can be quite a lonely process, but we're here to support one another in the self-publishing community. And get in touch. If you want to come on the channel and discuss with me your journey, feel free. Link is in the description box below. Go to wayneblinko.com. And I'd love to have you on the channel and we can chat about your journey and promote your books as well. So remember, you're not alone, even though sometimes it might feel like it. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and go and check out Sci-Fi Fans for the full interview with Aaron Ryan, and check out his books and his website as well. Cheers for watching.